Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Kessel. Welcome back to STEAM Enrichment. This week for our experiment, we are doing something called magic milk. So here's what you'll need. You will need milk that you have at home, okay? Full fat milk is the best. Whole milk is the best. If you have 2%, that will also work, but whole milk is going to be the best. You're also going to need some food dye. Some people call it food coloring. So here I have my colors. It does need to be the liquid food dye, not the gel or the powder. So liquid food dye. Then you're going to need a dish or a pan. I have just a glass pan here. Charlie over here just has a plate. That will work too. It just has to be something you can pour some milk into and it won't spill out, okay? And then you're going to need dish soap. So I have my Dawn dish soap. And you are going to need Q-tips. So here are my Q-tips, okay? You just need a couple. If you have multiple children in your family, it does work better if they each have their own dish, but it can just be a small plate or a small bowl. It doesn't have to be large, or you can do a larger dish. It's up to you, okay? So let's get started. Oh, and also, optional is some white paper. You don't have to have the white paper, but there is a way you can turn your magic milk art into a card, a holiday card. So that's what Charlie and I are going to do today. So I have some white paper that I'm going to do that with. Thicker white paper is better. So drawing paper, printer paper, that's going to work better than notebook paper. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to cover the bottom of my dish with milk, okay? I just need enough to cover the whole bottom. I don't need a ton. So I've got my dish covered, and I'm going to pour some on Charlie's as well. Like I said, just enough to cover the bottom. Did it turn off? Oh, it's still recording. We're good. Okay, so just enough to cover the bottom. It doesn't need to have a ton. And then this is something that's also optional. I have just some cookie cutters, and Charlie and I are going to place those in our dish with the milk. I have a star. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you are going to take your food dye, and you're going to put drops all over. You do want a lot of it, so get a lot, and you want more than one color as well. You want to have several colors in there. So I'm just going to take some yellow and drop it all over. I'm going to take another color, some green or some blue, and drop it all over. I really want a lot of it in there. Maybe some green. Take a lot of it. Get a lot of that color all over my pan. Okay? And then I think inside my little star, I'm going to put some red and some purple. Okay. So I've got lots of colors, and I've got a lot of that dye in my milk. So right now, you can see it's just kind of sitting there in my milk, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Q-tip, and I'm just going to touch the milk. And I'm going to touch the dye. And not much is really happening. It's all just kind of sitting there. It moves a little when I touch it, but nothing is really happening. So now I'm going to use my dish soap. I'm going to pour a little in this cup just so I have a little bit. I don't need a lot, just a little squirt. And now this time I'm going to take my Q-tip and dip it into the dish soap. And now I want you to watch what happens. Are you ready? I'll do it over here where you can see it. Ready? Let's watch. It's spread everywhere. Let's try over here. When I put that dish soap in, it's all magically moving. So let's talk about the science behind this. Milk is full of proteins and fat. That's what milk is made of. And dish soap is designed to rearrange the molecules of fats and proteins. That's how it cleans your dishes. So what's happening is the soap is chasing all of those molecules in your milk, and that's what's causing it all to move in every direction. It's the dish soap. It wants to connect with those fat and protein molecules to help clean it up. So as I add the dish soap, it's causing all of those molecules to move. And so I added a drop to the middle now, and it's happening in the middle. And so I'm not moving it. This is the molecules in the soap and in the milk moving themselves, chasing each other and rearranging. Normally we can't see that happening, but because of the dye, we can actually see the process. And you can see I've now got this beautiful design in my milk. I can gently swirl it around a little bit and see if I can make a cooler design with it. Now I'm going to carefully lift my cookie cutter up and see what happens when this meets the rest. Now I've got that red in the middle and I can swirl it around. I'm swirling very slowly and gently and making a cool design. Okay? So you can be done here, or you can do the next step that Charlie and I are going to do. Because it's the holiday season, I'm going to make a holiday card. So what I'm going to do is I took a white piece of paper and I folded it in half. And now I'm going to take the front and I'm going to gently dip it into my magic milk. Now parents, I know you're thinking, oh gosh, this is going to smell. It's really not. Once it dries, it does not smell, I promise. So I'm going to just dip the front in. I don't want it all to go under. Uh-oh, my card's a little too big for my dish. That's okay. And you can see it has this pretty marbled effect on it. I might have to cut my card to be a little bit smaller so it will fit. I'll just do a different one. I'm going to try that again. That one was a little too big. I'm going to cut this card a little. Oh, this one's a little bit smaller. I'll just cut it just in case. Cut it a little smaller. Once again, I'm just going to dip it in there and gently pull it out. And look at this really cool design I got. And I could do the other side. There's some blue over in this corner I want to get. Pull it up. Ooh, that looks really neat. That's very, very Christmassy. Okay, so what are you going to do next? How are you going to show me you did this? Well, you're going to take a picture of your beautiful magic milk, okay? So don't swirl it up too much before you take a picture, because if you do, it's just all going to turn brown and gray and gross looking, okay? So you're going to take a picture, and then you're going to turn it in on Schoology so that I can see your cool magic milk designs. Oh, my magic milk's still moving. I don't know if you can see that, but it's still moving on its own right now. It's just spreading and spreading. The soap must have found some fat that it didn't get before, and you can see it all moving. I'm not moving it. That's the soap in the milk doing it by itself. How cool is that, Charlie? Isn't that so cool? That's the molecules rearranging. We can see it happening.
Well, to making this purple.
Yeah, I think I like these colors even better for a card. Okay, boys and girls, so that's what you're going to do. Oh, you okay? You're going to turn it in on Schoology for me. If you ever have questions or need help, I am available on Zoom on Mondays and Thursdays from 2:20 to 3:10. So that's like the last 50 minutes of the school day. All you have to do is go into my Schoology class and click on the yellow Zoom button. And if you're signed into Zoom through the district website, through dearbornschools.org, you can get into my Zoom, okay? So Mondays and Thursdays, 2:20 to 3:10. If you have questions or need help, students and parents are both welcome to pop into my Zoom, and I'll answer any questions you have. I hope you had fun doing this activity, and I hope you have a wonderful and safe vacation. I'll see you in the new year. Bye.